thing with circling the drain is you inevitably always go to the bottom of it. All right. Sort this camera out. Just not convinced. There we go. That should be just about right now. That should be better on the with the settings and that now. So like I was saying, man, the thing about circling the drain, man, you soon find yourself at the bottom, right? And that's what the state of your economy is like right now, right? That's what the state of your economic finance, your global finance is like that right now, man. Right? You're at the precipice of war with Russia, right? You're about to invade, Iran, right, under the guise of NATO, and you want to stop these Iranians from carrying out their making their so-called nuclear power plants and power stations. But if you know anything about science, right, when you make those nuclear power plants, man, that's just a guise for you. That's just a shield for making nuclear weapons, man. Right, because the waste product you get out of that, which is, if I remember correctly, it's degraded uranium, I believe, right? And you can then, we can then use that to do. You can refine it so it's weapons grade, more weapons grade plutonium, right? Which is what them Iranians we ain't interested in no power, man. With all the oil that they got in them different Middle Eastern countries, man. And all of that they can get from them different Middle Eastern countries, man. They trying to run you, you Americans, right? And your NATO. They trying to make sure that you keep a safe distance away from their resources, man. We all know what the devil is like, man. Right? Signed from the Book of Genesis, right underneath the name of Cain, right? What's the curse that the Most High put on it, man? He was gonna have a mark, one. Right, so if you see him out here day in and day out, week in and week out, he's got that mark, right? He's that red, blue-eyed, right? A blood showing forth in his skin, right? Lion, right? Murderous, right? Edomite, he's always been from the beginning, right? And what's going to happen is the Most High is going to have to remove that cancer from the earth, but he also said he was going to be a vagabond, man. He's going to be wandering, right? He was going to be going from town to town, from country to country, right? Raping, robbing, murdering, right? And you're going to see a hell of a lot more than that in the next coming up pretty soon, man. I get into all different kind of articles and the sit-downs, man, right? The Lord, be revealed unto man and all of that. Right? But what you can clearly see is the fact that we're at the precipice of one of the most brutal government attacks that hasn't been seen since the Roman Empire, man. Right? Let me just touch on some scriptures real quick in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, where it talks about the martial law, which is one of the main things that's going to be coming, man. It's going to be that martial law. All right? So it's the book of 2nd Ezra. Excuse me. I can start from, I'll jump back. And I think I always go to this one when I'm doing the sit-downs, right? Because I like the way it starts, right? 2nd Ezra 8:15 says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the earth, because they walked in great pride." Right? And just like how you have different men out here, the Most High is raised up, right? That have had, the splendid pleasure to be around, right? Underneath those brothers out there in London, right? Underneath the brothers of really the elders, right? Which are out there in America and that, man, right? They're the only people that are pushing that word, man. Right, and you see a lot of these people, all of the people that walk past, man, with their great pride. Right, they see the man out here dedicated to this work for the spirit. Yeah, how about shimmy outside, man? Right, and they walk past with their great pride, man. Like it says in the book of Proverbs, the first chapter. Right, you know they're just gonna scoff. Right, hell, it might be in the book of Timothy, maybe. Right, behold, in the last days, right, perilous times. He's gonna have scoffers, scorners, right? People walking after their own lust, man. Right? Trying to get the next car, trying to get the next house. You know, trying to make the next move that's gonna make you £1 million or some old bullshit like that. The Most High ain't with that, man. Right? The Most High he's got his mind, right, focused on the avenging Israel right now, man. Right, matter of fact, when you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 6th verse, you know that the Most High is the apple of the Most High, right? That Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 6th verse, right, and also the book of Jeremiah, you learn that the apple of the Most High, man, right, is the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right, and he's dead set on avenging those people, man. Right, he's dead set on avenging those people. From what? When you read the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter and the 9th verse, where it talks about he that killed with the sword. Like I was saying, man, Esau's done killed all of these different nations and robbed them these different nations. But most importantly, man, he's touched the apple of the Most High's eye, man. Right, for that, you're gonna die. Right, for that you must be destroyed. Right. I don't know why this he's proud of us eating, man. He's looking back and forth, but that's his own business, man. He just feels he's tough right now because he's with his girl, right? But like I was saying, man, for that you're gonna die, right? Because you've drawn in some innocent blood, man. The innocent, righteous and innocent blood of the Most High saints, man, crieth unto him night and day. And guess what they be complaining about, right? For you, the ones of the so-called Israelite camps and groups, right? That believe. That this kingdom's going forever and ever, man. They complain continually, right, for the destruction of this society, for the destruction of this kingdom, man, and the uplifting of the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. See, that's the real so-called black power out there, man, right? But it ain't no pseudo color thing, right? It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times will dwell in the earth, because they've walked in great pride, right? And I'm going to read this second verse here, and I might be going to this more often these days, because I really like that precept right now, man. Right, I go through phases where certain precepts really, hammer on home to me, man, and that precept really hammers on home to me because what does it say here next, man? Right, but understand thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. So when you see the men out here, the men of the Lord, right, for wherever they may be throughout the four corners of the earth, right, we're seeking out glory for such as be like unto us, right, namely what it says in the book of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, right, where it talks about scriptures slipping me right now. Ezekiel 9 and 4 talks about set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Right, it's pretty much the same thing that it says that's saying right there, man. So what does that go to show you? That the Most High when he set these scriptures up, man, right, these scriptures were coherent with each other. They were gonna read a certain way, man. Right, namely if you go into the so-called Old Testament or the so-called New Testament or the book of the Apocrypha, you was gonna get the same message. Right, and that's how he set these scriptures up, man. Because they're living, man. They're alive. They breathe. It's like they breathe. Man. Matter of fact, when your outside was on the scene, the book of Saint John 6:63, man. He says, "The words that I speak to you, they are life." Right, something to that effect. I might have misremembered that scripture. Right, but let me jump to the 9th verse before the 9th chapter, before I go into the 15th chapter. He said, he answered me. In fact, if I go to the 60, 63rd chapter of the 63rd verse of the 8th chapter. It says, "Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not shown me." So the Most High revealed unto Ezra, right, all these great miseries that was going to come forth, man. Famine, right, death, destruction, more famine, right, lack of a sun, right, no shelter, because the shelter is going to be, when you go missiles flying all over the place, you ain't going to have no, place to sleep. Ain't going to be like you're going to see it on the news or something like that, man. And that's what's really happening in these different countries, especially in the Middle Eastern countries, man. They're having all their houses bombed up, man, blown up and all kind of shit like that, man. Right, and now you're gonna have it to where that's gonna be brought over to the so-called New World, man, the so-called Westernized world. Man. The Most High is gonna bring that over to the so-called Westernized world, right? And it's gonna be a majorly beautiful thing, man. It's gonna be a lovely thing, right? To see the pride, right, the pride of your society, your pride of your kingdoms, all your so-called great buildings and all of that. To see that all of that destroyed, that's gonna be a absolutely beautiful thing. Right, a delight and an honor, so you can understand. All right, it says here, and this is the ninth chapter now, right? But it's a continuation on from the above verse. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before." All right, so when you start seeing it, like the martial law I've been speaking about, and I'll be I'll be continuing on with that, right? When you see that come to pass, when you're seeing the RFID chip being put into place, which it hasn't been made a major thing just as yet, right? But it's already in the paperwork, man. It's been penciled in, right? When you're seeing rumors of wars. Right, I always speak about rumors of wars, man. Because rumors of wars, really, that's the times you're in, man. That's the times that's what these times that we're in are about, man. We're in a state of war right now, man. And you'd be damn stupid to think that if to think that you're not in a state of war right now, man. Right? Hell, one misinterpreted statement right now, it's all chaos, man. Right? If Obama or Putin says one wrong thing, man, to one another, man, that's it, man. But see, what has to happen is that the prophecies have to be fulfilled. So first and foremost, you're gonna have to have martial law, and you're gonna have to have the chip has to become mandatory, right? And once the completion of those prophecies comes to pass, man, then you're gonna have it to where it can pop off at any minute. But really, it can pop off at any minute, because those are prophecies. And another thing that has to come to pass is the fact that the elect has to be risen up, man, wherever they may be. But like a brother was saying to me, saying to us a little bit earlier, when I was up there in London, man, right? He pretty much said it, man. The Most High has got the power to raise those men up in a couple of days, man. Right? 1,000 guys wake up to the truth in one day, man. Right, and that's when that's because when you go into the book of Revelations, when it talks about the 144,000, but there's a 1/3 that's still going to be sealed with that, right? And then the 2/3 is going to be destroyed by way of those nukes, those ICBMs, which them Edomites are forever working on, man. If they're forever figuring out cleverer ways to destroy you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. Whether it be as explicit as choking a nigga to death. Right, or as implicit as throwing them, barium, throwing those heavy metals in your water, in the air that you breathe, so you slowly die, man. Right. So, however explicit, right, they do it, or whether they hide it or not, right. The fact of the matter is, they're still doing it, right? Because he's a devil, right? It's his job to do so. All right. Let me get back to this one. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore when they shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the world," right? And this was supposed to be a clue of some of those things to expect, right? to let you know it was a latter times, man. Right? And you're telling me you don't see earthquakes? You're telling me you don't see uproars of the people right now, man? Right? The people are rioting, man. Right? But they're not. You know what? That's an overstick. Right? You know, these people that are out here in these so-called westernized world, they ain't ready for that, man. Right? Their spirit's gonna have to be roused up for that. Right? But the people in these different Middle Eastern countries, man, they've been right, man. Right? But the Edomite, man, right? That rules these different nations, man. Right? And he's got power over these so-called Arab nations and all of that, and he makes it to look like the Arab people have power over their own people, man, which is not the case. Right? When you go into these Middle Eastern countries, man, those people, they're right. They're the ones that, you know, that are really catching hell, man. But I mean, to hell with them damn Middle Eastern countries, man. They're heathen anyway. Right? But the point I'm trying to illustrate here is the fact that all of that's going to come to all of that's going to come to the so-called westernized world, man. Right? And it's going to look like it's, soon it's going to look like you're out here in Iraq or something, man, because they're going to be bombing all over the place. Right? You're going to hear sirens and you're going to see tankers rolling up and down, man. Right? In fact, in America, they already got those MRAPs already prepared for you people, man. Right? Because they've been done preparing to have the people to have the police out there. They've been training up the police, right? They've been equipping the police out there in America, right? So that they can make a full-on attack on the people, man. Right? Whether it was going to be instigated by the Ebola, whether it was going to be instigated by one of these Muzzies, right, throwing off a little bomb or something, man. Right? But they've been preparing for that so they can have you people in full subjection, man. And then put you in martial, and that would be martial law. But like I was saying yesterday in the sit down, man, right? It's not gonna be like what you ain't gonna switch on the news or something, and they're gonna tell you it's gonna be martial law, man, right? Because that's not how the devil works. The devil's not gonna let you. What's up? The devil's not gonna let you know that he's doing a devilish deed, man. Right? What he's gonna do is. What he's gonna do is gonna make it sound like it's good for the people. So he might call it civil, or he might call it something like civil benefit, system or something like that, man. Right? But that's not what he's about, man. He's about death and destruction. And what he's gonna do is and what he's really trying to do is bring that population down on the people right to a manageable number, like which is something like 6.5 million or something like. This dude wants to kill off like 6.5 billion people off the face of the planet, right? But that's the devil for you, man. Right? And you still got to out here some of our people, some of the Negroes, hell, some of the people within Israel, right, that think that this man, is gonna make it into the kingdom, man. Right? And when I say some within Israel, I'm talking about people that think they're Israelites, man. Right? But when you go into the book of Isaiah, even the Most High said it, man. Right? He's gonna choose their delusions. Right? When you go into the book of Romans, man, right? Like referring back to what David said, he says, "Let their tables become a snare." Right? So when these dudes are studying all of that, because they've been wicked all their lives, man. They've been wicked, man. Right? And they've never really feared the Most High, man. So the Most High has chosen their delusions to where they think they're Israelites. Big up mad ideas like Edomites is gonna be saved, and Edomites is gonna receive mercy. This Edomite, man, it's done all kind of havoc upon the earth, man. He's gonna have to pay for it, man. Has to pay for it, man. Otherwise, the Most High would be unjust, right? Now, not that the Most High is gonna be, I don't want to be people saying you're going off or anything like that, but hopefully the point will be illustrated within the empathy I was trying to portray. Hopefully that will be picked up, right? And it says, therefore, when they shall see earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, right? Even from the beginning, right? For like as all things is made in the world and had the beginning and had an end, even so the times of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful effects and endings and effects and signs. So you're going really your first major clue, right? The Most High is coming, go back, right, who you call God, Jesus, all of that. Your first clue is that you got the prophets out here, man. That's the biggest clue you got, man. That's the easiest one you got. Right? The minute that the prophets have been raising up, that was the minute that the Most High was starting to make amends, man. Starting to make a return. Starting to destroy and chip away at this man's kingdom. Because we're the thorn in this man's society. Because you can have these, you got these Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. Esau's got them, man. Right? Because you can throw them, little gimmicks and trinkets and all of that, and they'll forget about the truth, man. They ain't got no rugged bone within them. Right? They're soft in other words. Right? But as for the men of the Lord, man, right? You feel it in your spirit that something's off about this society, man. Well, you feel it in your spirit. The food you eat makes you ill, man. Where you go up and down the streets, you got faggots, homosexuals, and lesbians. Right? Your woman don't act right. Right? She don't respect you in the house. Your children go up. They're menaces. Right? Wherever you go, people will go all kind of attitude. They have no respect for you. Why? Because there's something off about this society. Right? Because order hasn't been established in our society. The dominant force, right? The ravening lion, right? The lion, like the scripture says in the book of Genesis, man, Judah shall be a lion, like a young lion. The young lion ain't up in his seat of power right now. So all things are out of discourse, right? And that really pisses the Most High off, man. Right? And the minute the Most High raises up the Judah to be back in his power seat, and Benjamin, the wolf that Benjamin is, to be in his power seat, man, everything's gonna fall right in line, man. And really, when I say Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, all of the 12 tribes I'm talking about, man. Right? We're all going to be a nation of kings and priests, man. We're going to establish, righteously, right? We're going to establish righteously our own kingdom on this planet, our own society, our own way of doing things, in accordance to these scriptures, man.